Why are you so antisocial? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you staying on the basketball court so much? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you out there practicing in the hot sun when ain't nobody else out there? Because I'm trying to get it.
Storm. Storm.
Why is this name so hard? How the fuck did you come up with this name, Yeet?
I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of just like some high shit.
Storm.
boy Swift on the beat. Swift on the beat.
All right, welcome to another episode of the Phin Outta Football Podcast. I am your host with the most, B.Herbo. I got my brother from another mother, Rodman, in the building, and we
Yes, sir.
are back for another
We
episode
back.
of Thursday Night Live with the Phin Outta Bros, Couch Bros Podcast Network. You can find us on IG. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook. But first things first, before we even get started with the show, make sure you hit the likes button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow. Make sure you watch the whole thing, man. We trying to run these numbers up, man. Come on, man.
Big facts. Big
Big
facts.
facts, man. So, today, loaded episode. Rod, do you know what we're talking about today, my man?
Yes, sir.
We got 49ers Dolphins preview.
Of course.
We got Cowboys Colts preview. We got the return of Deshaun Watson. We got the 2020 and 2021 QB report card. We got Jerry Jones and LeBron James. We got all kinds of crap. What am I missing? Hold on. Matter of fact, this is a packed show, bro. We got nobody likes Russell Wilson, man. We have a lot. We got a lot. We got a lot to talk about today, man, because we have so much to talk about, man. Normally we have an intro. Normally we recap what's been going on with the Dolphins and my team, the Cowboys. But we ain't got time for that, man. So let's get right into it, man. 49ers, Miami Dolphins, 4:05 Eastern, 1:05 Pacific time, bro. Game of the week. Rod, are you excited for this?
Herb, I am beyond excited for this game, bro. I'm excited and nervous. Like I'm more excited than I am nervous, but I have my reasons, you know.
Okay, all right. So we'll get into that or whatever, because obviously it's your team. So I want to get all your opinions and everything that you have to say about that team and the game in general, man. But I'm excited because this is the game of the week, and I'm excited because I think I'm going to get a really good football game. At the very least, I'm going to get an interesting football game, bro. So many times there's some games that's just not interesting, bro, but we're just watching it because it's football and we ain't got nothing else to do, right?
Right.
So I'm happy that we're going to have a game where there's actual intrigue, right? And I think this game is going to do crazy numbers. primarily because we're in a situation where, one, we have two legacy teams. The Miami Dolphins, I get it, for the past 20 years has been a laughingstock. But if you're old enough, you know that the Miami Dolphins are a legacy football team. We know for sure that the 49ers are a legacy football team. So you have that aspect. You have the 49ers fan base, which is a huge fan base. You have that aspect. You have the fact that it's a 4 o'clock Eastern game, and it's not going to have anything else to compete with. So you have that aspect.
Yes,
but
sir.
this is what makes it going to be more interesting. This is the first time in a long time where we're going to get the dormant Dolphin fans that are coming back to watch this game. So you have that. You're going to have those people. You're going to have the diehard Dolphin fans that was going to watch regardless.
Every week.
But can I tell you who else you're going to have coming to watch this game, Rod?
Who else, man?
You're
I'm interested.
going to have San Diego Chargers fans coming to watch this game, bro. You're going to have San Diego. You're going to have the entire city of San Diego watching this game. You're going to have the analytics football watching this game. You're going to have every intersection of football watching this game because not only is it the game of the week, we have storylines for this, right? The Dolphins are a storyline. The Dolphins are the team it's that team. It's the sexy team that everybody wants to watch. You're going to have people who's watching this game because they want to see if the Dolphins are for real. You're going to have people that's watching this game because they're going to have to want to say the Dolphins, we know the Dolphins are for real, and this is going to prove it. Like, everybody's going to watch this game, Rod.
Dude, man, Herbie, you just bravo, man. You just laid it out like a freaking champ, like an orchestra or something, man. Nah, man. Honestly,
I did my thing.
Yeah, nah, bro. Honestly, I'm super excited for this game as I'm watching. That, like, bro. And sorry to get off topic here a little bit, but it's like I've been rooting for the Patriots.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I've been rooting for the Patriots more times in my life than I ever have. This is like I think my third time because I rooted for them to beat the Jets twice. But it's like they letting me down right now. It's like, come on, y'all home, bro. Like, y'all can't fold like this.
They folded. They folded.
They folding, man.
They folding right now, man.
You know, but back to, Dolphin matters. You feel me? Herb, I said, before you said, before you open it up that, I'm excited and I'm nervous for this team. So I'll start with why I'm nervous and then I'll go to the exciting part. So I'm nervous because the Texans game last week, and I'm not going to recap it at all. It was a game that was over at halftime. But there was something important that happened in this game. Teron Armstead, our left tackle, he got hurt. And, dude, it was crazy. Like, you could see the difference instantly. And, it was a sudden change thing. Mike McDaniel and Tua, they addressed it after the game. They said there were some schematic issues. But, they were saying that he's not ruled out to play. So I feel a lot better now because, when you...
Okay, not to cut you off, but I just want to make sure I get this in there. So it doesn't, so you could have the right frame of mind as you illustrate what you're about to say. At the moment, it is Thursday, but at the moment, he's showing that he's doubtful.
Right. They're showing that he's doubtful. So what I'm nervous about, Herbie, is that, listen, I know that there's an exponential drop off between Teron and the rest of the left tackles on the roster, like Greg Little. Absolutely. But Herbie, and I probably trust in Mike McDaniel more than I've ever trusted in any coaching staff. I trust that Brandon Shell's not gonna be at left tackle, Herbie. Please. That's what I'm nervous about. Herbie, if Brandon Shell, listen, I don't want to knock Brandon Shell, Herbie, because he's played right tackle his whole life, and when he's filled in for Austin Jackson, he's been solid. Like Brandon Shell, like we picked him up off the street. When have you ever heard the Dolphins do this? We picked him off the street and immediately made him an effective player. Like I love that. That's coaching. You know what I mean?
That's coaching for sure.
So so at right tackle I'm fine, and I'm pretty sure Austin Jackson's not playing. So if you put Shell at right tackle, I'm fine. If we have to roll out Greg Little, I mean it's not much better, but Brandon Shell is just not a left tackle, dog.
So you know me, I'm not in the weeds like you are with your team, obviously, right? But break it down for me. Dolphins offensive linemen for dummies. So this is my measuring stick. On the line of demarcation, that is Austin Jackson. Where is Brandon Shell? On the line of demarcation, that is Austin Jackson. Is he above that, or is he there, or is he below? Because if he's anywhere close to Austin Jackson, this is gonna be bad, bro. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be very bad.
I mean,
Terry
listen, man.
Ball.
I'll say this about Austin Jackson. When he's played, he's been all right. He hasn't played badly. He just hasn't played.
Got
And
you.
Brandon Shell, he's been fine at right tackle. Like I have no complaints about him. He hasn't been a liability. But when you put him at left tackle, he just can't handle those pass rushers on that side. He's not built for that. Herbie, he's had grades of like 15, 12 pass blocking. Like, bro, you can't do anything with that. So, now obviously, I think one of the most interesting components of this game, and this is why I'm excited, right, is the fact that Mike McDaniel's returning home. Like, this is like a homecoming / it's the student meets the sensei. And I'll give Kyle Shanahan some credit. He has been very adept at whooping his successors, bro. Like, all the guys that have come from his tree, McVay has had no success. Matt LaFleur hasn't had much success. So, it's going to be interesting to see maybe possibly the best student from the tree going back to San Fran, facing his old team. And I know Mike McDaniel is going to scheme his ass off. You know what I mean? Especially especially if Teron's not playing, if TA's not playing, I expect him to send, some tight ends to that side, Alec Ingold, because he's a really good blocker. I expect us to roll two out, run some naked boots, throw some screen passes. Like, I know he's going to be smart enough to scheme up ways to mitigate the pass rush. Because listen, the 49ers, they got some dogs, bro. I'm not sleeping on that defense. They have the number one defense in the NFL. They have one of the best front sevens in the NFL, one of the best safeties. But man, like when you look at this matchup, that's what makes it so juicy, right? You have the number one defense, and then you have the Dolphins offense. By many metrics, it's the second best offense in football. And bro, it's a match made in heaven, Herbie. Like, who would have ever thought that this late in the season, Dolphins and 49ers would be the marquee matchup? And there are parallels to this team too, Herbie. And I think what it will come down to is both of us run the same basically running scheme. The passing schemes are different, but the running schemes are basically the same. And the 49ers, number one rushing defense. The Dolphins running quarterbacks have killed us, but we have been stout against the run. So I think in this game, and these are running games that both of these teams see in practice. So I think the defenses are going to be able to clamp down on the running game. So essentially, this is going to become a matchup of Tua and our passing game versus Jimmy G and their passing game. And I like our chances, Herbie. I just like our chances. You know what I mean? Like, I trust Tua to throw the rock, be accurate, make really good decisions.
For sure.
Way more than Jimmy G.
For sure. So speaking of that, right? So I got the break out.
No, Herb, I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Nah.
What you mean you can't hear me, dog? What?
Nah, I can't hear you.
Nah, stop lying, bro. What about now?
Let me make sure it's not me.
What about now? Because that would be terrible if you can't hear me, bro. Nah, don't say that, bro.
I'm not lying.
Nah, that's crazy.
Read your lips.
Oh my god.
I hear you, bro.
Hold on.
I don't know what happened.
Hold on, bro. You serious? You can't hear me for real?
I don't know what happened, bro.
Nah. All right, what about now?
I don't know if it's just me.
What about now? You can't hear me at all.
I can't hear you at all, bro.
Nah, that's crazy.
Hold on.
We got a Ricardo. I don't even know what Ricardo said this shit in Spanish. Ricardo, I can't speak Spanish, my guy, but we're going to highlight your conversation.
My boy Ricky. Este bicho de tu boca, tora.
Yeah,
my guy.
You the translator, dog. Ross, so you can't hear me for real. You can't hear me.
Nah, Herb, I can't. I swear I can't hear you, bro.
Nah, that's crazy.
I don't know.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Check your audio settings. Let me go ahead and make sure.
You're not muted.
I'm not muted, bro, at all, bro. Hold on, dog. Hold on. Terrible timing, bro. Are you serious, bro?
Nah, I can't hear you, bro.
Right,
I can read your lips pretty well, but
you are doing an excellent job at reading my lips. I'll give you that. Nothing. Still can't hear me?
Oh, it says, hold up.
Nothing. Still can't hear me. Nothing.
Sir.
Nah, that's crazy. Hold the F up. How is that even possible?
My friend. Sorry, everybody. We're having some technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties at the.
It might just be me. It would be kind of funny if, like, on the playback, you're talking and I'm talking and
I'm pretty sure it might be it might be you because my mic is picking me up and I can hear myself on the mic. Okay, so to the people that's watching, we have 3 people on live right now. This is a complete disaster, but we'll get through it. Can you hear me? Because I want to make sure it's not me. So, okay, hold on. Damn. You know what? Because I'm not using this anymore. So, all right, I'm gonna text you. I got you, dog. I got you, dog. We just gonna call you on the phone, bro. Ain't nothing. It's gangster, dog. We all good, bro. It ain't no pressure, dog.
Yo. Yeah, what's up, bro?
Man, just put me on speaker, bro. We good, dog. Fuck it, bro. we gonna thug it out, dog. It is what it is.
We gonna thug it out.
All right,
Hey, my boy Herb a real one. He called me on speaker.
Absolutely. So what you can do, go to the actual show and see if you can hear me on the live stream and see who's the actual problem.
Yeah, let me see. It'd be funny if I'm the one that can't be heard.
Nah, that'd be crazy. Because I can hear you. That's not the problem. I can hear you fine, bro. All right, so while we doing that, man, let's go ahead and let me go ahead and get back to the show, bro. So technical difficulties aside, live show, this happens. This game is gonna be interesting, bro. So you guys, it's like pretty aside from defense, it's very, very similar. Obviously, bro. Kyle Shanahan comes from Mike McDaniels comes from Kyle Shanahan, right? So that's gonna be the most interesting part to me because you already brought it up. Will he be able, and I'm talking about Mike McDaniels here, to actually
McDaniel, Herb. Yeah, Dolphins fans, we don't like that, man. Because the McDaniels is trash. He's the Patriots garbage. He's the errand boy. He's gonna come back. McDaniel, he's that guy.
My bad, Mike McDaniel. So again, what I was trying to get to with Mike McDaniels is can the Padawan beat the Yoda? You feel me? Can Luke beat Yoda? Can Darth Vader beat Palpatine? That's essentially what this is gonna be right now, bro. So points per game, bro, 25-22. Points allowed, 23-15. Total yards, Miami Dolphins, 49ers. Miami Dolphins, 400 yards a game. The 49ers, 367, bro. Passing yards, 305-243. Like, it's pretty much dead even, bro. This is going to be a very, very interesting game between 2 teams that are very similar stylistically, obviously, because they come from the same coaching tree, came from the same principles, whatever, right? So I'm just interested to watch a good game. I got no dog in the fight. I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to be here for Twitter. I'm going to be here for the Justin Herbert's fans being pissed off because they're like, their guys needs to win. I'm going to be here to watch good offense versus good defense. Like, I'm just here for that, bro. I'm just here for that.
Dude, and you know what, Herbie? I got to say this, man, because I spent so many years, dog, over 20 years watching the Dolphins just like this season, Herb, this has to be in my lifetime. You know, the old heads, they got to experience Dan Marino in his prime and stuff like that. So they had some good years. The older guys experienced the Super Bowl in the 70s. Wow. It's been that long. But for me, dog, this is easily, like, no matter, like, I'm at a point now to where this is easily my best Dolphin season ever. Now, I don't want to jinx it because, you know, Dolphins fans, we know what it's like to kind of be looking good toward the end of the season and fall off. So I'm not trying to incite that. But in terms of just what we've seen, like, this just doesn't feel like the same old Dolphins. Like, we've been mowing over teams. Like, we've been a buzzsaw. Like, it's just, man, it's Dolphin fans, we've come a long way, man. And I'm just happy that a Dolphins game is a marquee game. They flexed our game to Sunday night. First time since they started schedule flexing. Finally, they started that in 2006. And we finally got a game flex to Sunday night. And it's a juicy game.
Bro,
I mean, two in the Dolphins, Herbert and the Chargers.
You know the best part about that, not to cut you off, they flexed you out of a game that involves Russell Wilson and Patrick Mahomes. Russell Wilson is so bad. He's such a bad watch that they said we don't care that Patrick Mahomes is on the other side, bro. We can't have that man on prime time, dog. Get him out of here, bro. And we will discuss that later towards the end of the show,
Bro. Honestly, Herbie, we've had enough, dog. Imagine they flex Patrick Mahomes out of prime time because of Russell Wilson, the best player in the league. They flexed him out because of Russ, dog. We've had enough, Herbie. We've had enough. We've had enough, dog.
Okay, so last thing before we move on, because we're kind of running long on this segment, bro. So give me a prediction for the game.
Woo! Prediction for the game, Herbie.
Prediction for the game. And I want the unbiased. Don't give me Dolphin fan Rod. Don't give me 20 years.
No, Herbie. One thing about the Dolphins,
right?
One thing about the Dolphins, Herb, we're really good this year, but I respect the 49ers. Like, the 49ers are definitely, I don't think they're the best team. Like, I don't think they are, like, far and away the best team. Like, you can make a case for the Eagles, the Cowboys. Like, you guys are all kind of in the same bunch. But they're one of the best teams in the NFC, and I respect that. Because, when you look at Jimmy G, who, by the way, regardless of what we think, he's an effective quarterback for them, right? Like, we can feel how we feel about Jimmy G, but he's been effective for the 49ers. They win when he's in, and that's important. QB wins aren't exactly a stat, but when you add context to it, you understand. And the context for them is that they have, Christian McCaffrey, they have Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle.
Eric Armstead is coming back for the first time since week 4. Can't forget him too.
Right, exactly. So, dude, so look, when I look at this game, I'm gonna go under the assumption that either if Teron I'm gonna go under the assumption he's not playing. Let's say they start Greg Little, right? I think this is gonna be a tough game for us. But I do think we can string together enough drives because look, Herb, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not scared of the 49ers if we stop the run. I don't think Jimmy G can beat us. So going under that assumption, and I know even if our offense struggles here and there because Tua's not getting the protection he's used to this season, he still has one of the quickest releases in the NFL. And I know Mike McDaniel's gonna scheme up at least some drives. He knows that 49ers personnel, so he'll know their weaknesses. So I think we'll put it together enough drives. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I'm going to go like 21-17. I think it's going to be one of those tough battle type of game.
Okay, so for me, I'm going to always bet against the trainee going against the trainer, bro. So for me, I got 49ers. I'm going to say 27-21, 27-24, 49ers, Miami Dolphins. That's what I got for that one.
Cool.
All right, man. Topic number 2, Cowboys versus the Colts. Oh, man. We'll make it short, bro. If we don't win this game, bro, I don't ever want to hear Cowboys fans say anything, bro. I don't want to ever hear "we them boys." I don't want to hear none of that crap, bro. We cannot lose to Jeff Saturday, bro. And again, I'm rooting for Jeff Saturday, but not this Sunday, bro. We cannot lose to Jeff Saturday. We can't let Jeff Saturday get another W on us, bro.
I do got to say this, Herb. This is how much power your franchise has because they probably could have flexed our game and they were just like, nah, we're not flexing that. They said the Colts aren't bad enough for us to flex this because the Cowboys are playing because they know how many people are going to watch this.
Bro,
that's crazy.
I think we did like a 30 or like a 25 or a 30 on Thanksgiving, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I remember reading about that. Y'all did crazy numbers.
Crazy numbers, bro. Like they said we will keep Matt Ryan and a guy that doesn't know what a timeout is just because the Cowboys are playing, bro. So long story short, we don't even got to talk about that, bro. I just wanted to get that in there, bro, because I want this to hit the algorithm, bro. The Cowboys better beat the Colts, or I never want to hear "we them boys" again. You will never hear me say "we them boys" again if we lose to the goddamn Colts, bro. All right, next topic, man. Our homeboy was supposed to be on, bro, so we had another topic that we were gonna do, which was the terrible NFC South because he's a Bucs fan, but he's not on, bro.
Awful.
So awful. And I have no interest in talking about any of the teams in the NFC South, bro. So we're gonna go ahead and skip past that, man. So I do want to have the conversation about something that's gonna be a little more nuanced, something that's gonna be a little more serious, and something that's gonna take more of our time because I want to be able to say, I don't want anything to get coming out of context. I want people to understand exactly what we're going to say, bro. So topic number 3, and this one is a very layered conversation to have, bro. Deshaun Watson makes his return. Deshaun Watson makes his return. He is going to be starting for the Cleveland Browns. It's crazy. I remember when we looked at it and we knew that he wasn't going to start till week 13. And I'm like, damn, it's going to be a long ass time before we see Deshaun Watson. Here
Right.
we are. I went to sleep and it's already week 13. Week 13, I'm sorry, bro. So, um, I don't even know where to start with this one, bro. Like, there's the fact that
I'm happy we didn't trade for him. Fuck him.
I mean, you say that now because obviously we have the success, right? So,
Of
and
course.
and I'll have that conversation with you towards the end, right? But we have to get to the important parts first before we can have the conversations about the implications if he was a part of your team, because that was something that Stephen Ross and Brian Flores wanted. I don't know who on that pie chart who wanted him more. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Stephen Ross is going to throw Brian Flores under the bus, and Brian Flores is going to throw Stephen Ross and Chris Greer under the bus, bro. So
Right. The
we'll
truth
never
is
get
in
the
the
truth.
middle.
The truth is
Right.
in the middle. We'll never get the truth. But as far as Deshaun Watson goes, it's weird, bro, because it's like he's actually about to play football. And I remember when he got his decision and when he got his suspension, and we talked about it. We were like, what is it going to look like when he actually has to take the field? What is the fanfare going to be? How crazy is it going to be? And to be honest, it's been kind of quiet. Like, I forgot that he was about to start this week. Right? Like, maybe
Right.
because
Right.
I'm not watching enough TV. I don't know. I don't know. But it doesn't seem like he is like dominating the news cycle the way he should be. You know what I'm saying? Like, and maybe it's the perfect time. And we have this shit with Jerry Jones, which we will get to later. We got the stuff with Kyrie. We got Kanye West acting the ass, bro. He's on freaking Alex Jones right now. Like, he came in at a perfect time where everybody's being crazy, bro. We have
Right.
multiple shootings. We have all kinds of crap, bro. So
The
he could
simulation's
just
going awry, man. The
absolutely.
simulation's going awry, bro. This shit's nuts.
He picked the perfect time, ironically, to, go under the radar and start a game. Now, granted, once he plays the game, once he gets on the field, that might change. He might dominate all the next week. But the lead up to it has been very quiet, and I'm just shocked, bro. So how do you feel about that?
Well, because I'm a Dolphin fan and I frequent Dolphin websites, there's always those fans who still bring it up. Like, there are people who just don't let it go. It's just kind of just like, you don't have to say, I said fuck Deshaun Watson, but you don't have to bring it up all the time. Like, that storyline is done and gone. To be honest, Herb, when from a football standpoint, when I think about how he's gonna look, I mean, in his first game back, I would be impressed if he looked anything like how he used to look. Football is not a game I think you can underestimate. I mean, the guy hasn't played a game in almost 2 years. And I don't care who you are, you're gonna look a little rusty. You're gonna take your lumps. So I don't expect him to look particularly good. I don't think he'll look like dirt trash. I don't think he'll look horrible, but I feel like maybe not this season, maybe next season after a full off season, we might see more of what made him the flashy quarterback he once was. You know what I mean? Back because when he was playing, listen, you can feel how you feel about the sexual allegations, and obviously, he settled those things, and we know that Deshaun Watson has some issues. Like, he needs a therapist. Like, he's tripping. But when you look at football and he's playing football, they didn't ban him from the league. When he played, when he was healthy, he was one of the best quarterbacks in football. Can he return to that form? We'll see. I don't think we'll see much of that this year, but I could be wrong.
I mean, this is so weird, bro. Like, this one is weird to me, dog, because
Facts.
like I said, I don't know where to go with it, bro, because it's like we've never seen anything like this. We've never seen a rampant pervert in the NFL like this, bro. Like, it's never happened, bro. Like, I don't even know what to make of it, bro. Like, I don't know what to make of it, bro. Like, we have never seen somebody who is in a position where they abuse their celebrity, they abuse their influence, they abuse the power to that degree, to the point where there was a reported 70 women involved in this, right? And the lawsuit was, I want to say, 24. And not only that, the people that are in the lawsuit are going to be at the game. Like this could go crazy.
It's like a fucking movie, bro. Like honestly, it's like a movie.
It's like a fucking movie. And the crazy part is, football so hard that none of that matters, bro. Because once it hits 1 o'clock and he has to make plays and we have to study and watch the game in the lens of this is a football game. What is the safety doing? What is the linebacker doing? What is the O line doing? You feel me? All of that stuff is gonna go out the window. Nobody's gonna even care at some point, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's even gonna care. Like, I'm just surprised that football so hard leading up to it. That caught me by surprise. When he got the deal, or when he accepted the deal that he was not going to play for 12 games, he was going to miss 12 games. He was going to be suspended for 12 games. Everybody said that it's going to be a pandemonium, or it's going to be like hysteria when he actually has to take the field. And seeing this not even generate anything, it's not even the game of the week. Like, it might be the third or fourth discussion. I don't know. I'm hearing about LeBron on NFL shows, and he's a basketball player more than I'm hearing about Deshaun Watson. And he's a basketball player, bro. So that's crazy to me, dog. And again, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse here. Like, I just think that outrage is so fake, and this has highlighted it more than anything.
Yep.
Like, outrage doesn't exist. Twitter is not a real place. Social media, none of that shit. It's all bull. Like, this is all bull. Nobody actually cares. You could be a vile human being. You could assault multiple women, but when it comes down to it, football will prevail. And that's crazy. So that is the societal part about that. Now let's get into the football aspect of it. You touched on it a little shortly, where you said you have no idea how he's going to look. I'm with you, because the last time we seen him for a long stretch of period of playing football, he was terrible. He was terrible in the preseason, bro. Like,
yeah, he was.
You can't miss football. Like, the only way to be good at football is to play football. And the irony is, the Browns might have an opportunity to catch the back end of the playoffs, bro. And that might go downhill, or it's most likely going to go downhill, bro. There's no way he can have a good game this Sunday. It's impossible, bro. There's too many things that's weighing on him.
They paid him too much money, though. Like, I was thinking to myself, like, you know, if they felt like Brissett was the better option, maybe they would sit him, but they paid him too much, Herbie. He has to play.
Way too much.
He has to play.
Let me get this comment, man. My nigga, Tony, ball is life, as they say. Absolutely.
Tony.
Absolutely.
Man, that's the name I haven't seen. Man, Tony, how you been, man?
Man, Tony, how you been, man? We ain't seen you in a minute, man. But yeah, bro, so I just think it's going to be crazy. So yeah, like me, that's going to be the most interesting part. Like, selfishly, should I say, or I'm not gonna say selfishly, should I be watching it with anger and be mad and say and root against Deshaun Watson? To be honest, I'm not doing that. Like I'm not doing it. And it's awful to say. I'm on a public platform. What I should be saying is, yeah, Deshaun Watson, I want him to throw 4 or 5 picks, bro. No. And maybe I'm a part of the problem, bro. But I'm just being honest. Like, that's all I could do. I'm watching that game to see if he's going to be a terrible quarterback or not. I'm not actively rooting for him to succeed. I'm not actively rooting for him to fail, bro. I'm just watching to see what it is. I'm watching to see if this is going to be a giant train wreck, bro. Who knows, bro?
Honestly, given Cleveland's history, that's what the potential of it is. I mean, Herb, I'm right with you though. I mean, I'm not the type of person who's gonna pretend that I care that much, because like we don't know exactly everything that happened. There was enough there. I mean, listen, 70 people come out. You know the guy has issues.
Absolutely.
Like that's for sure.
Absolutely.
But
allegedly, because we do have to say allegedly, bro.
Allegedly.
Hey, Deshaun, you can come for me, bro.
Allegedly.
I ain't got nothing for you, dog. I ain't got nothing for you, but I still don't want to get sued. So allegedly.
But I mean, Herbie, when it comes to it, I'm just happy because, man, like he was like, to me, this is what Deshaun Watson means to me, right? Last year when, you know, the whole debacle with Brian Flores as our coach, you know, we had to deal with the rumors of trading for Deshaun Watson. And at that time, in that moment in time, people can say differently now, but in that moment in time, there were many people, myself included, I have no shame in saying that, myself included. We believe that Deshaun Watson was a better quarterback than Tua. I've always been a Tua guy. I was so happy when we drafted him. Like the way he's looked this season is what I hoped he could be, something like that when we drafted him. And the first 2 years is just, in the first 2 years we just weren't getting a lot of that. And I'm not blaming all him for that. There was so much going on. We've talked about it so much. Anybody who's watching this, especially Dolphins fans, I don't have to beat a dead horse. But when it just comes down to it, every week, are the Dolphins going to trade for Deshaun? They're just waiting on him to make sure he settles the cases, blah, 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 blah. And there was just so much turmoil. So to me, when I think of Deshaun Watson, I think about like just how crappy, like just his presence was making my season. And to me, it's just not coincidental that we won 7 straight games once the trade deadline was over, Herbie. I just don't like once all that toxicity around him, you know what I mean? Brian Flores telling Tua, like, yo, we trying to get Deshaun, right? Because, we don't fuck with you. You know what I mean? Like, all that going on, Herbie.
So crazy. I don't think people, and again, we don't, because we have we still got topics to talk about, so we're probably going to wrap this up, but I don't think people understand, like, Brian Flores was terrible. He was terrible, bro.
Herbie, I just want to make this point before we move on. I have to make this point, Herbie. Brian Flores was such a bad coach. I just found out today. I saw someone post a video on the internet today, Herbie, where they instructed Tua not to use one of his best tools as a quarterback. They didn't want him to look off defenders. Herbie, when I was watching the Texans game, Herbie, this is how bad our offensive coaching staff was, Herbie. We had two offensive coordinators. We had 2. And you mean to tell me now one nigga could have been like, nah, I think we should let him do that? Are you stupid? Like, Herbie, I just want to make one more point before we move on.
Nah, absolutely.
When
Go ahead, bro.
I was watching, because I watched the Texans game until they pulled Tua, because I knew we had that game in the bag. I was never worried. But during the broadcast, they were talking about how they mentioned that they kind of had like a little interview with Tua, and he was saying that there were times, I think they had spoke with Mike McDaniel, and they were saying there were times where Tua would like question himself because the coaches, the fan base was so critical of him. And Mike McDaniel, this is the difference. This is the difference. I want people to understand that the Dolphins, and this is such a Dolphins thing to do, the Dolphins almost fumbled a chance at a top 5 quarterback. Bro, Mike McDaniel put together a 700 play tape of Tua to show him his potential as a quarterback. And we are witnessing that this season, bro. That's the difference that's a coach, nigga. Brian Flores is a coordinator. He's not a head coach. He's not a man. He's not a true leader of men, dog.
Absolutely.
Minka, you know what? I hated Minka for a long time, but Minka, I let it go, dog. You were right. He's a prick. Fuck him.
Nah, for real. Like, all jokes aside, bro. And again, it all comes back to Brian Flores, bro. Like, and I'm gonna leave it with this before we move on to the next topic. Brian Flores has the most bulletproof persona in the history of sports, bro. Nobody is going to bring this up because everybody said that he was wrong. The Dolphins made a mistake, and the Dolphins were racist for firing him. And that is a bulletproof excuse to be a terrible head coach, a terrible leader of men. And there's nothing that we could do about that, bro. Like nobody's going to go and say, man, maybe the Dolphins were right. It ain't happening. You haven't heard it yet. With all the success that the Dolphins have had under Mike McDaniel, you're not hearing that, bro. And you're not going to get it. If you're a Dolphins fan and you want it, forget about it, bro. It ain't coming. It's not coming. It ain't coming.
It's not coming, man.
It's definitely not coming. Hold on, man. Hold on.
Damn,
hey,
man,
let me hit you back, bro.
Bills are fucking.
Yeah.
Sorry, you guys. I'm watching the game. This was supposed to be Thursday night live streams, but we just never pay attention to the game. But I'm paying attention to this because this is an AFC East game.
Well, wait. Can you hear me now or no? You still can't hear me on the thing.
My bad, dog.
No, I'm asking. Can you hear me now or no?
Oh no, I can only hear you on the phone, man.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, man.
Yeah.
Let's get on to let's move on to the next topic, man. the fall off and the come up, man. So we wanted to talk about the teams that just fell off a map, and we want to talk about the teams that actually surprise us and they're coming up. Like they have a chance to backdoor the AFC picture, right? And let's go ahead and start with the actual. Let's get the fall offs out the way, bro. The fall offs, Bronco, just the whole AFC West, bro. Other than other than the Chiefs, bro. So for sure, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we just get them niggas out the way, bro. Get them out the paint. Um, the fall off of the Denver Broncos, legendary, bro. Never seen anything like this, bro.
Bro, it's astronomical. I've never seen, and you can see it in the players. You can see it in every, like, they just have a bad cloud over them this season. Like mile high is mile hell right now, bro.
Absolutely. This shit is embarrassing. This shit is embarrassing, bro. The Denver, I'm so like disappointed in Las Vegas Raiders, bro. There was no way, bro. I couldn't see that, right?
I thought they were gonna be good, Herbie. I really did. I should have never believed in Josh McDaniels. That's on me. That's my fault. I forgot he was a terrible coach. I figured maybe he might have learned something. Didn't learn shit.
So let me go ahead and give everybody what the playoff picture looks like right now. If the season was to end right now, right? So for the AFC, number 1 seed is the Chiefs. We're gonna have to watch the Chiefs. The AFC Championship is going to be in Kansas City again. God, Jesus Christ. The Miami Dolphins, number 2. The Titans, unbelievably, are the 3 seed, bro. Ravens at the 4 seed. Bills at the 5 seed. And then the Bengals rearing up the 6 seed. We had the Jets at the 7. And on the bubble, we had the Patriots. Son of a gun, dog. Like, I hate the guy, bro, but he could coach. God damn it, Bill.
Honestly, they're on the come up, Herbie.
Yeah, man. We had the Chargers on the outside looking in. We had the Colts, the 10th, the Jaguars, 11th. The Jaguars have an opportunity to make the playoffs, and they have 4 wins right now. They're 4-7. What are we doing right now, man?
That's disgusting.
Disgusting. The Raiders, the Browns, the Steelers, just above the Texans are the Denver Broncos at 3-8, bro. So yeah. And as far as the NFC, we have the Eagles, Vikings, 49ers, Buccaneers, because the Buccaneers are a game under 500 and they're the 4th seed, bro. Get out of here, man. Get the hell out of here.
That's the somebody has to win division, Herbie. That's what it is. Somebody just has to win.
We got the Cowboys at the 5 seed, Giants at the 6 seed, and the Washington, just the NFC East in general, bro. We're taking up all the playoff spots, bro, which is crazy. On the bubble, we have the Seahawks, the Falcons at the 9th seed, and the Lions at the 10. You got the Pack. I cannot believe an Aaron Rodgers team, Aaron Rodgers, who just won an MVP last year, by the way, is 11th seed right now.
Insane.
Nobody
could have predicted that, bro.
Nobody could have predicted that. You know what? As crazy as it sounds, nobody could have predicted that the Arizona Cardinals would be far out in the way, like outside looking in. They have no chance to make the playoffs, bro. Saints, Rams, the Rams.
The Rams are just, man. Now what a colossal collapse, bro. Like,
hold on, wait. We got. Let me go ahead and get some of these comments in, man. For my boy Tony, man, the fact that you said the Jets are 7th really pisses me off.
I know, Tony. Just wait a little bit, man. They're gonna show their true colors.
They're gonna show their true colors. Don't worry about it, dog. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. That's that splat. Don't worry about it, dog.
That defense is legit, but Mike White, they don't got no quarterback, man.
All right, so with the teams that I named, bro, let me go ahead and get your fall off, and let me get your come up. Starting with the fall offs. Who are your fall offs so far, Rob?
Well, man, when I think about the AFC when it comes to fall off, you mean like my fall offs in general, or teams that I might think will fall off, like out the playoff picture?
Who you think is going to fall off out the playoff picture as it stands today?
Oh, well, if I don't use my division bias, if I don't use my division bias, I do think division bias or not, I just, man, for the Jets to make the playoffs, I know that defense is good, but can you really trust Mike White for the rest of the season, or go back to Zach Wilson after you benched him? I just feel like the Jets, even though they're sitting pretty right now, and listen, they've earned all those 7 of those wins. I'm not trying to hate. They're right in the thick of it. If they beat the Patriots, they might be leading this division. Crazy enough. But I just don't think the Jets are going to hang on. And I gotta say, Herbie, and I don't want to call this a complete fall off, but I'm gonna say this team is in danger. I think the Ravens are in danger, Herbie. I think the Bengals are gonna take their spot as the leader of the North. And I don't know, the Ravens, I've been watching, I've caught some of their games, and they just haven't, they've been struggling against everyone. And they can't hold a lead. Herbie, if they could hold a lead, they might be undefeated. Like, they can't hold leads anymore. And listen, I don't want to put all the blame on Lamar. The quarterback got, if the quarterback gets the props, right, when the team is doing well, you got to give the quarterback some blame. But man, like, they got Deshaun Jackson and thought it was, oh, that's the number one receiver he need. Like, come on, bro. Like, they I don't know. The Ravens, I've lost trust in them. It wouldn't shock me if Bengals overtake their spot and then maybe a team on the come up comes and kicks them out. I'd have to look at their schedule to really know to see like how difficult it is, but it just seems like all their games are tough to me. Like, the Ravens of the past were able to impose their will, and they just haven't been doing that this season.
So that's it. Just the Ravens, dog. Like, you don't got other teams. It's just the Ravens.
I would say the Ravens, the Jets are my fall off. The thing is, Herbie, I think for sure two teams are coming out of the AFC East. Both the Dolphins and Bills are coming out. I couldn't tell you who's going to win the division. I would love to say us. You know what I mean? But I'm not. Listen, the Bills, they're a great team this year, bro. They've had their hiccups, but I'm watching them beat on the Patriots right now, and it's just like we have to go there and play these niggas again. So one of us is going to win the division. One of us is going to be in a wild card. So I think we're secured. So when you think about it, the only other two teams I could really think of that could really fall off, because the other team is the Bengals, and I think they're going to come up. I think the Ravens will come down in the wild card picture, but I can't really. I mean, in terms of other fall offs, you already mentioned it. The AFC West, sans the Chiefs. Like, it's just, the Broncos, the Broncos have one of the best defenses in the Broncos are averaging 14 points a game, Herbie, which hasn't been done since I think the year 2000. Bro. Like
in this era of football,
bro, it's been 20. It's been over 20 years since a team has averaged 14 points a game, dog, with a supposed Hall of Fame quarterback. Then you have the Las Vegas Raiders, who they paired up Devontae Adams with Derek Carr and Mike McDaniel. I mean, my God, let me not do that. Josh McDaniels.
Don't do that.
Josh
McDaniels is white privilege, like the epitome of white. Like, I don't even have to explain it no more. That's all I got to say. He is white privilege. Like, I'm saying that like he's a verb. He is a verb. He is white privilege, bro.
Bro, dog.
This is the man who drafted Tim Tebow in the first round, bro. 25th overall. He got another chance to lead a team, bro. And this is what you're doing. And this is what you get. Unbelievable.
And then here's the other thing, Herbie. The Tennessee Titans, right? Because we talk about the AFC West, the North. I think the Bengals are going to take it. The Tennessee Titans are good. Like, they're not in danger. Like, it's funny because the Titans are the one team that nobody, like, we all know they're good, but nobody cares because they have Tannehill. Like that, like, think about it, Herbie. Like, they got Derrick Henry. Their defense has been really good this year.
They're well coached.
You know what I'm saying? They got a couple of receivers.
They're well coached, which is ironic.
It's just Tannehill. Like, nobody trusts Tannehill to be able to carry them all the way in an AFC with so many better quarterbacks. Like, Tannehill might be the worst quarterback in the playoffs when they start. If the Chargers get in, and you have either the Ravens or Bengals, like, bro, he's gonna be the worst quarter. He'll have a good team with him. You know what I mean? And we've seen the Titans, they went to an AFC championship, before. You can't discount that, but man, I just, I can't say they fall off, because who are they falling off against? The Jeff Saturday Colts?
No, you're right.
The Jags.
So for me, I would say I would have it where my fall off is going to be, I'm with you, because if I'm looking at it right now realistically, the only team that it could be the fall off would be the Baltimore Ravens, right? Like, listen, I know people got really excited about Trevor Lawrence and Trevor Lawrence doing the corner. No, he's not making up a three freaking game lead. It's not happening, bro. Titans is in there. Dolphins is in there. Chiefs for sure in there. Bills are for sure in there, bro. Bengals was in the Super Bowl last year. They started, I think, 0-2, and they've been dominant. I think they won 7-2 the last 9 games, bro. Like, they're going to be there. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, who's gonna make it? The Chargers. The Chargers are behind the Patriots, bro. Like they got their own shit that they got to take care of, bro. Like you know what I'm saying. So for me, I'm with you. Like I asked you because I'm like I wanted more teams, but when you realistically when you realistically look at the whole thing, look at the big picture, you take 1,000-yard view of everything. The only team that could really be a faller out of this situation right now would be the Baltimore Ravens, the team that's given up 4 10-point leads in the same season, bro. Like,
unbelievable.
4 in
That's
the
a
second
record.
half. It's a record. 4 second half double-digit leads in the second half, and they lost them games. They were up 21 points in the fourth quarter. They lost. They lost to Trevor Lawrence with a 9-point lead in the fourth quarter. How?
Man, they made the Trevor Lawrence guys happy. The Trevor Lawrence fans couldn't wait for that one.
Worst day of my life, bro. It was a
I knew
bloodbath. It was a bloodbath for me on Twitter, man. It was rough, man. It was rough, man. All right, so let's go to the NFC side and get the fall offs, bro. So I'll take the lead on this one, bro. So if I'm looking at it right now, the fall off, the irony is the team that should be the fall off is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They should be the fall off. But the NFC South is so bad that they have a guaranteed guest pass to this, bro. This is the 7-9 Seahawks all over again, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? The NFC is so bad that the Washington Redskins /Commanders /football team is in the playoffs, bro. And they're not even the 8 seed. They're the 7 seed, bro. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. There is no competition in the NFC right now. The number 2 seed, nobody respects. The Minnesota Vikings are the 2 seed. Nobody takes them serious, bro.
Nobody. It's crazy.
It's like your little brother. It's like your little brother that got like a growth spurt, and he's starting to get like mustache hairs and stuff like that. His voice got a little bit deeper, but that's still your little brother. Like, come on, dog. You know I can still body you. Like, stop it. You know what I'm saying? That's how we treat the Minnesota Vikings, bro. And that's not me, Sarah. They have a negative point differential, bro, and they're 9-2. There's no reason to respect them.
You know what? Kirk Cousins is the Tannehill of the NFC. He's just a little better. He's a little more reliable than Tannehill, but nobody respects him, you know?
All right, so if I'm going to do fall off, if I'm looking at it right now, and again, this is not me. This is less respect for the teams and me just understanding the reality of the situation, that the NFC is not that good. To where I can only say that the only fall off, for sure, in the New York Giants, because fuck the New York Giants. Like, get out of here. They're like, you saw what happened, like when they actually played some people, bro. They're out of there. Get them out of there. Cut it out. They're gone. They're grits. And the Buccaneers, right? If I had to pick out of the 2, it's gonna be the Giants. Like, maybe I'm just riding with the dying ship, but I still believe in Thomas Edward Brady Jr. Maybe I'm gonna die with that ship. I'm gonna be a captain. Maybe it's the Titanic. Maybe we're gonna go straight on with a giant iceberg, and we're all gonna die, and this shit is gonna turn on fire. But I'm riding with that ship. What I'm not doing is riding with a team that has Daniel Jones at the helm. That will never ever happen in my life. I'm America. I will never ride or die with Daniel Jones. It's not happening, bro. Daniel Jones could win the MVP. Daniel Jones could win Comeback Player of the Year. Daniel Jones could win Offensive Player of the Year. I would never believe in that man, bro. It's not happening, bro. So, yeah. I'm going to say the New York Giants are going to be the fall off.
I mean, man, Herb, when you look at, like, when you lay it all out, I mean, is it possible to have a come up in the NFC? Like, is it possible? Like, because let me tell you something, Herb. You know, people can laugh and say that the Commanders are in the playoffs, but they look better. They look better than the Falcons.
They're a better team than the Falcons. They're a better team than the New York Giants. Like,
if you look at every team below them, they're better than them. Like they're 7-5
outside of the Seahawks, bro. Outside of the Seahawks. Bro.
Outside of the Seahawks.
We'll get
Seahawks
to that.
the Seahawks. Oh, they're not in the playoff picture because of your division.
Absolutely. Right.
But they're the one come up. They're the one come up I can see, bro. But because Geno's played some great football and they have a good team, but their defense has been exposed.
All right, so let's
Teams
go.
have
Let's take it to the come up then. So come up. We'll start with the Seahawks. So we already mentioned them. I'm gonna name some names right now. God, this is terrible, bro. Like that. Yep. Spoiler alert: the Seahawks are the only come up, bro. But for the sake of content, I'm gonna name the rest of the teams. Right? When I name the next team, bro, you're gonna bust out laughing, and then I guarantee you, when I name the team after that, you're gonna bust out laughing even harder, bro. So after the Seahawks, bro, the next potential team for the come up is the Atlanta Falcons, bro.
Oh hell no! Mariota.
I got one better for you, bro. After the Falcons, the next team that's for the come up is the Detroit Lions, bro. What's up, man? Come on, man. Like, come on.
You know what, dog? It wouldn't shock me, Harry. I'm not gonna lie, it wouldn't shock me. I was at first, like, my initial instinct was, but you know what? The Lions have played. They've lost a lot, but they should be better than their record, dog. They could be a come up. They could definitely be good, bro. They had the Bills. They had us on the ropes. They've had a really good teams on the ropes. They just can't close games. So if they can figure that out this season, and I'm gonna say this because I've given Jared Goff a lot of shit, and I probably will continue to give Jared Goff a lot of shit.
And he deserves it. What do you mean?
He deserves it. But I will say he's been better than I thought he would be this year. That's what I can say.
Better than what? He's been an average quarterback. He's been Jared Goff.
He hasn't
been Jeff Fisher Jared Goff, which is one of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen. But he's been Jared Goff, bro.
You can't get the image of that out of your mind.
Nah, that shit is burned in me. Like I don't know about people who might be white or anything like that, bro. But me and you, we lived in an area that was very close to an HBCU, bro. That was burned on me like a frat dude's insignia, bro, on their arm or something, bro. Like right. That shit is keloid, bro. Like Jared Goff sucked. It's keloid on my arm, bro. Like I would never forget that, bro. It's never happening, bro. So yeah, the NFC is such a mess, dog. I'm not even gonna talk about the rest of the come up, bro. Like the Super Bowl, defending Super Bowl champions, bro. 3-8, right? They're 3-8. They're 3-8, and they are just above the Bears in playoff odds, bro. The defending Super Bowl champions, bro. A team that has Bobby Wagner, who's playing like a Pro Bowler, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. Mind you, notice I just named 3 people before I got to their quarterback, bro. I love this, bro. I pray on Matthew Stafford's downfall. I've been praying on this. He tricked y'all, bro. What did Russell Wilson say about Patrick Beverly, bro? He don't be doing nothing, bro. He just be running around, bro. He tricking y'all, dog. Matthew Stafford tricked y'all last year, bro, and y'all fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. This the real Matthew Stafford, and I love it. I'm so happy. This right here is who Matthew Stafford has always been. We wanted him to be better than he is. Oh, he plays for Detroit. Who could win with Detroit? Look what they did to Calvin Johnson. Look what they did to Barry Sanders. No, this is who he is. Get that nigga out the paint, bro. The NFC is a disaster, bro. So there's no come-ups. There's literally one come-up. That's the Seahawks, bro. So let's take it over to the AFC side, man, where we have a bunch of teams that have the potential to be come-ups, bro. Starting with the Patriots and the Los Angeles Chargers. Ironically, the Indianapolis Colts. And I hate to say this, bro, the Jacksonville Jaguars, bro. So there's an opportunity for I'll take that back. Jaguars not getting that. I'm tripping. So it's the Patriots at 6-5, the Chargers at 6-5, right? The Colts is 4-7. All of those guys, they're not happening. It starts and ends with the Patriots and the Chargers. Out of those two teams, who do you think has a better chance of making the playoffs?
Wow, you know what? That's actually a pretty tough one, man. Because as much as I, as a division rival, as much as I despise the Patriots, I just, I gotta respect the fact that Bill Belichick somehow manages to freaking make a good roster that just annoys everybody. Like the Patriots are just not a team you're gonna blow out, Herbie.
The Patriots have a better. Hold on, wait. The Patriots have a better record than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and their quarterback sucks, bro. Like fuck Bill Belichick, bro. Like both of these dudes beat the respect out of you, dog. Like it's so annoying, bro.
Bro, it's just like the Patriots just drag teams into quicksand, dog. Like this game's been stuck on 17-7 for a while. If they had a quarterback, it could be different, man. You know what I mean? Because I'm not a Mac Jones guy. There are some people who try to tell me Mac Jones was a good quarterback. I don't know what y'all smoking on.
Give all of them a lobotomy, dog. Like every single last one of them. Give all of them a lobotomy, man. Put that drill right in their fucking foreheads, bro. For real, bro.
Get out of here, bro.
Get out of here with that nonsense, man.
When it comes up to the come up, even though the Chargers have been injured to hell, I feel like the Chargers for every year of my existence have been injured to hell every year. But they still got a really good quarterback. I know like, you know, there's like a Herbert Tua thing going on with Chargers and Dolphins fans. I've seen it on the internet, Herbie. It's kind of funny, dog. Like I'm just happy I have a quarterback. I don't care. Like I've always liked Herbert after he was drafted. Before he was drafted, I didn't expect anything from him. Since he's been drafted, he has all my respect. And I think he's good enough, despite what they got going on, if he could be the come up. Like he could win enough games for them just on his own. So I think they have a better chance. The Patriots, the quarterback play is going to come back to bite them at some point.
All right, so let's move on because we're running kind of long. So I was going to have a conversation where we're going to do the QB report card, right? But because we are running long, I'll save that for next week, which is cool. We could just dive into it next week so we can like have a prolonged conversation because we could go a lot of places with it, and I don't want it to be rushed, bro. So we'll go ahead and put that on the chopping block for now. However, this one, I do want to have this conversation in regards to something that is going to be more serious and is going to be involved with my team. And I want to have a conversation about it because I feel like a lot of people are looking at things wrong. We talked about it when we said outrage is fake, outrage culture is fake. So I want to come back full circle to that conversation, to that point, which is everything that's going on with Jerry Jones. I have it called Jerry Jones Photogate. If you've been living under a rock, which, hey, it could happen, bro. You know, I would be pissed off and I want to get as far away from society as possible, bro. So if you're living under a rock, you're actually probably smarter than everybody else at this point.
At this point,
honestly. But so Jerry Jones, there was an expose, and I'm not even gonna say an expose because the picture, which is the thing that everybody's talking about, was not actually the point of the story that was being written about Jerry Jones. The Washington Post is doing a series of articles on every single team, all 32 teams, and the point of the articles are about their hiring practices in regards to hiring black coaches. This is a 70% league full of black people. However, we only have I want to say 3 or 4 head coaches that are of color. So the Washington Post said we're going to go ahead and ask every single owner what's going on. 31 of the 32 owners denied to talk on record. The only one who actually talked about this and took the stuff head on was actually Jerry Jones, ironically. While they were doing their research, they found a picture in regards to and it's crazy that this picture was actually taken. It's crazy that Jerry Jones was even in this picture, bro. Like, it's one of those you never know who's going to be what down the road.
And it's him. He looks just like
it's him.
That's what he looks
Jerry.
like.
That's good old Jerry.
That's him.
That's Jerry. That's Jerry. So, to get back to what I was saying, hold on. What's up? Okay, so to get back to what I was saying, and I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. They weren't trying to make the picture be bigger than it is, but you don't know what's going to be bigger than it is until things hit the zeitgeist, thing hits public consumption, right? And that's the worst part about the picture is that people are so focused on the picture that they're losing sight of what actually matters, which is the story at hand that the Washington Post wrote, the profile of Jerry Jones. When they asked him why you've never hired a black head coach in your 30 years of owning this team, everybody wants to talk about the picture. And the worst part about the picture is who fucking cares that he got photographed? You needed a picture to know that Jerry Jones is possibly a racist? Jerry Jones.
That's the part that kills me, Herbie. That kills me. Like that kills me, bro. It's just like people act like, bro, if you needed that picture to be able to come to that conclusion, which I know you didn't. You just want to be fake mad like people are about everything. People just fake mad. Again.
Fake mad, 100%.
Again. Y'all don't care that
Jerry Jones
much.
grew up in the 50s in Arkansas. Again, and me, I take it very serious. Like, I don't call people racist unless I know you're a racist. To me, that picture doesn't prove or disprove that Jerry Jones is a racist. If you want to say it alludes to him being racist based off of where he's from, based off of the situation that he put himself in, fine. But that doesn't guarantee that he's a racist. Nor should that be the smoking gun. The fact that he is a 70-year-old man who grew up in Arkansas should be what you should go with, which you already knew. You've known this his entire career as the owner of the Cowboys. Nothing changed. How can that picture make you reevaluate somebody who you've already known your entire life as a football fan? It doesn't make any sense. You knew where he was from, or did you not? You knew his story, or did you not? If you didn't do your due diligence to know who Jerry Jones is or where he comes from, that's on you. But seeing that picture of a 15-year-old Jerry Jones looking over a crowd of angry white people yelling at some black people that just wants to go to school during desegregation, I know you're doing it because you want to get you want to grandstand. I know you're doing it because you want to feel good about yourself. I know you're doing it because you want cookie points. And nobody is a more hilarious version of that than LeBron James, bro. Like, and that's what takes me to my next point.
Isn't he a Cowboys fan, Herbie?
He was a Cowboys fan, and this is the best part, right? He was a Cowboys fan, and he said it literally like 2 weeks ago or like a month ago, where he said he no longer supports the team because he didn't like how Jerry Jones handled the Kaepernick situation. And then he said that, and this is the kicker, bro. This is lack of self-awareness on 1,000. He said, I'm rooting for the Cowboys. I'm rooting for the Cleveland Browns. The team that has Deshaun Watson as their freaking quarterback, bro. You can't make this up. You can't make this kind of stupidity up. Like, this is what happens when you just say things with no merit, with no meaning, when you do things because you want to pat on your back. How can you say, I no longer support the Dallas Cowboys and I'm going to be a fan of the Cleveland Browns? The team that deploys and hired a serial rapist, allegedly. What? Huh? What are you talking about? But again, so I see a lot of people trying to say, oh yeah, look at LeBron speaking truth to power. In some regards, he is. I'm not going to take that away from him. However, I don't respect it coming from him because this is the same person where 2 years ago, during the pandemic, when they created the bubble, the guy that used to be for the Houston Rockets? Now he's with the Philadelphia Sixers, the GM, Daryl Morey.
Daryl Morey.
When Daryl Morey said what he said about China, they asked LeBron. LeBron had nothing to say because LeBron has financial interest in China. LeBron makes a lot of money because of China. It's the same thing. It's oppression. It's mistreatment of people. It's subjugation. It's all of that and above. But you didn't care at that point. So for you to grandstand and then say, and mind you, this was the most look at me Louis thing I've ever seen in my life. He held a press conference. He waited till the press conference was done. He looked and he had everybody say, no, I want you guys to stay here because I got something to say. Why did nobody ask me about Jerry Jones? Nigga, shut the fuck up. What? Shut up. Get out of here.
He's always been dramatic, bro. Over dramatic.
I want you, anybody who hasn't seen the press conference, right? I want everybody to go look at it. He literally looked. He was like, I wonder why nobody asked me about it. What? This ain't about you. It's not about you. It's not about you. And again, I understand what he was trying to do. He was trying to speak truth to power. He was trying to bring the point that you guys went crazy about Kyrie when it came to that. But y'all are crickets when it comes to Jerry Jones. One, Kyrie was a teammate of yours. You have a personal relationship with him. Two, you are talking to NBA reporters. This is an NFL issue. Now, granted, again, this is bigger than that, right? So this transcends all kind of sports. I understand that. I acknowledge that. However, you're talking to NBA reporters. Three, you're the same person that threw Kyrie under the bus originally. And it's not till you saw the backlash that you were getting from the black community that you softened your stance and tried to have Kyrie's back retroactively. I don't respect anything that he's doing, bro. For real. I don't respect none of it.
Bro.
You are a goofball, bro. And again, there's going to be people that's coming for me. There's going to be people that's like, oh, why you got more smoke for Jerry Jones, for LeBron James or Jerry Jones? It's not that I have more smoke for LeBron James than Jerry Jones. It's I'm calling out somebody who's doing this shit for show. That doesn't help the situation.
Right.
At all.
It's true.
It's grandstanding. You're not doing it to make a point. You're doing it to feed and stroke your own ego. Get out of here. Like, we got bigger problems than that. And again, if you needed this picture to make you feel this passionate about Jerry Jones, then you just been living under a rock. You haven't been paying attention. He's from Arkansas. He grew up in the 50s. Obviously, he's from racism. So what are we talking about?
You know what, Herbie? And I think with everything that you're saying, I think it just highlights maybe a bigger issue in society nowadays. And I don't want to come off as an insensitive person. I'm just being honest to myself, you know, and there may be people who agree, maybe many more who disagree. But I can't fake like I care about that kind of stuff, Herbie. Like I just like, you know, I can't fake like I care about that kind of stuff. You want to know why? Like at the end of the day, like when you actually care about that kind of thing, you make a change. Okay, seeing Jerry Jones, okay, I'm not gonna watch NFL anymore because the owner's racist, right? Or I'm not gonna watch the Cowboys games anymore. Like you have to make if it really offends you that much, you have to make a change. Most people aren't gonna change shit. They're gonna watch the Cowboys still. They're gonna watch the Cowboys play the Colts, no matter how mad they're acting on the internet. I'm sorry, I just don't like. To me, listen, I'm gonna watch the games regardless. So to me, it's a photo, and like you said, bro, like I already have my own personal opinions on Jerry Jones that don't matter in this moment in time. All that really matters is that people, it's like, and like society is just in such a weird place to where, and you brought it up to what LeBron said when it came to Kyrie. Like I think there are people like. Black people, I don't want y'all to be mad at me, but I just got to be honest. Like, we just have to do a better job of picking our battles, dog. Like, people are mad at this Jerry Jones thing because they seen Kanye get smoked, which in some rights he deserves. They seen Kyrie get smoked. Like, look, at the end of the day, bro, you just got to pick your bat. Like, you're picking on a 70-year-old man. Like, this is just not the battle to pick.
Trust me. And again, I want to go ahead and clarify my statements, right? Jerry Jones deserves to answer for this. Jerry Jones deserves to have pressure applied to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that to get lost in what I'm saying. He deserves the entire media to ask him that, because sometimes for you to change as a person, you need to have overwhelming shame. If you don't feel ashamed of what you're doing, you're not going to change. So I'm not trying to make that argument. Like, the media should be coming for Jerry Jones, if only to ask, how have you grown from that point? Are you still that same person that decided to go look at it? And again, Jerry Jones said that he was just a curious 15-year-old that went to the And I can't say that he's wrong, because if I was 15 and I saw a big crowd of shit, think about it, bro. When we was in high school, dog, the minute you heard World Star, your head turned and you gonna look what the fuck is going on, bro. That's just
hell. The moment you seen people run to a location, everybody would run to the same spot.
Right?
Yeah,
so
that's
again,
what it was.
He has enough plausible deniability that he can get away with that argument if you are arguing intellectually and you're being fair in the sense of the intellectual aspect of the argument itself. If you came to the conclusion that you're going to be mad at Jerry Jones no matter what, then fine. There's nothing that Jerry Jones could say to change your mind. I'm not here to argue that. I'm not here to parse that. You can think whatever you think. My thing is this though. You shouldn't be more mad today than you were yesterday before you saw the picture because it doesn't make sense.
Right.
That's the
Like,
argument. That
yep. No, I feel you.
like there's no way that you could be more mad because you know where he came from. You know what the logistics or what's more logical or more what is more logical? A old rich white dude from the South is racist than a old rich white dude from the South that's not racist. So you already knew that to begin with. Nothing changed about Jerry Jones.
Right.
You knew where he was from. This picture didn't change anything. And I get it, just like with Ray Rice. You knew what happened. We all got the details. We knew that he knocked his wife out in a hotel, in an elevator. The video came out and everybody was like, oh my God. Nothing changed. You knew what it was. You just saw it. Cool. But that happened in real time. This happened 60 years ago. That's not to dissolve him because at the end of the day, he wasn't on the side of trying to help those black kids. That's what we need to be saying, and that's what we need to be crucifying him for. Everything else is irrelevant. And the worst part about what LeBron James did is he didn't read the story. In his desire to make it about himself, he took away the most important aspect of the story, which is the fact that Jerry Jones is not hiring black coaches. He didn't even read the story.
It's like that person who shares an article on Facebook, dog.
He steamrolled the conversation and missed the biggest point and the most progressive point that actually mattered the most. Because he's LeBron James and he had to make it about himself, bro. And we'll leave with that, bro. And we'll lighten the mood. Again, you know me, we like to joke around, but this one was very important. And it's not because I'm a Cowboys fan. It has nothing to do with it, bro. I just saw the conversation and I saw a lot of people rushing to do what they always want to do, which is suck LeBron James's dick for anything that he does. And it bothered me. And I want to make sure that I at least got my point across, bro.
You surely did.
Did. All right, last thing, man. Last topic of the day, man. Nobody likes Russell Wilson, bro. Nobody. His team hates him. Hey, Sierra invited the whole team, bro. Barely half the team showed up to this man's birthday party, bro. They can't stand that dude, bro. Like,
damn it. Bro, Russ is down bad. He's down under. Like, he is down. Like, Russ is down bad. Bro, like, Herbie.
Yeah, did you see Mike Purcell cussing that dude out, bro? He had nothing to say to Mike, bro. Because what could he say, bro?
Well, apparently, and it's funny. It's funny. Like I think from the way it looked, it sounded like he walked up to Russell and he was just like, "Let's ride," but it was like kind of in a way like, "Nigga, I'm gonna kill you if you don't get your act together," type of way. You know what I mean,
bro? Do you know if they just scored more than 17 points? They would have at minimum 6 wins, bro. If they just scored 17 points, bro, that's how good this defense has been. You mentioned it earlier, bro. They're allowing 14 points a game. That is mid-2000s, early 2000s football. That's ugly Baltimore Ravens football. And this, like, I don't think people understand how hard it is to only allow 14 points a game in the modern NFL when the entire NFL is designed, whether it's the advantages that the offense has because of the new rules or all the analytics that is designed to pick every single hole in the defense every single week, bro. They're only allowing 14 points a game. This is a generational defense that will not go down in history because their quarterback is equally bad generationally, bro. You can't believe this, bro. This is such a confluence of events, dog, that we've never seen before, literally, bro.
Bro, like Herbie, I've been trying to think to myself, like, what awesome quarterback did I ever see go to another team in his prime? Because a quarterback's prime is probably, it lasts longer than most players. Like, quarterbacks can be good in their mid-30s. We've seen it from plenty of guys. But, my nigga, like, have we ever seen a nigga fall off like this? Like,
Never.
Like, is this just a bad year? Like people, like Nathaniel Hackett, he's gonna be the one who is beheaded for this. Like, he's on the guillotine, bro. Like, he's gonna be gone. But I just don't know, because if you really think about Russ's career, he had a great defense. Like, think about this. Russell Wilson went against Peyton Manning in a Super Bowl, and his team won 43-8. Like, that defense is literally on the list of greatest defenses of all time. With the 85 Bears, with the 2000 Ravens, you have to put the 2014 Seahawks, because that Broncos offense that same season was one of the greatest offenses we had ever seen. The guy threw 55 touchdowns and put up 8 points in the Super Bowl. And Russ got a ton of credit, and he played well throughout the postseasons. But when you think about the way he played, Herbie, the man made a career out of playing off script. What happens when you can't do that anymore? You start looking like a 4th-round pick. Like, you start looking like a 4th-round. Like, Russ this season has looked like a 4th-round pick.
Nah, he's looked worse than a 4th-round pick. He's looked like somebody that was an undrafted free agent, bro. Like, this is terrible. This is awful. Like, it's offensively bad, bro. That's the worst part, dog. Like, I'm cool for watching bad football, bro, but there has to be levels, bro. Like, you can't be worse. You can't be you can't be worse than the Texans, bro. Like, that's terrible. Like, that Colts Broncos game on Thursday Night Football set football back 100 years, nigga. They took that shit back to the leather helmets, dog. Like, that.
I'm never gonna
terrible,
forget how bad
bro.
that game was, Herbie. I'm never gonna forget.
It's ingrained in you, bro. Cause I had to take a shower after I watched that game, bro. It was that bad, bro. Like, I had to take a shower. I felt dirty. I felt like I just played in the mud for 2.5 hours, bro. It was terrible. And that's what he's doing every week. And the worst part about it is, not only do his, like, normally a team will allow a quarterback a year and a half, right? Because they believe in you. They understand. Like, they know it comes with the ups and downs. They know, like, sometimes it just might not be your season. You might be in your own head. You're overthinking things, right? They immediately hated this dude, bro. They hated this dude by, like, week 5, bro. That is crazy. That's crazy.
Bro, dude.
Like, it's incredible, dog. It's hilarious. But again, I would be cool with it if it was bearable to watch. It's unbearable to watch him play quarterback, bro, on a professional level. This dude is god awful right now, bro. And again, I don't think people understand this. They said we would rather not have you on a Sunday night game that you're across from Patrick Mahomes, who is a ratings juggernaut. The NFL is so scared that the damage that he would do if he was on primetime, and they had to get him out of there, bro. That's crazy, dog.
You know what, Herb, though? Like, but
right?
look, I understand that prior to this season, we all had a really good opinion of Russ. But who in their right mind thought to give him this many primetime games? What?
You know why? You know why? Because it's like it's a notable quarterback. It's intriguing to see him on a new team. It's like the NBA, bro. We like to see new players on new teams. We know what the player brings, but it just feels cool. It adds to the intrigue. It makes it spicy. But in reality, once the season starts and you got to play football games, bro, you get what you get. The thing is that we have been led astray, and not by anybody else's own fault, but our own, and our own biases and our own thought process and our own beliefs in what we think, or what little we think coaching has to do, and what we think coaching has to do as a hindrance to football players, right? For the past 3 years, we have been blaming Pete Carroll and the Seahawks for Russell Wilson. There was a thing, I don't know, it might be kind of crazy, but I don't know how old you are, the kids. There was a saying called, let Russ cook. You might have heard of it. They were saying it all last year. They've been taking, and you know the crazy part? Like, it always made sense, but the obvious signs were so obvious that we didn't want to acknowledge them, bro.
Right. His teammates tried to tell us, Herbie.
Not even his teammates, bro. Like, think about it. What professional head coach, what coordinator would go out of their way to hide a quarterback? Seriously. And I'm going to wait till Rock. I'm going to ask you again when you come back, bro.
My fault, though. My charger wasn't plugged in. I ain't want my computer to die.
You good. You good.
Yeah.
Because I got to get your reaction, so I'm going to ask it again.
Yeah.
this is so obvious, and it makes me crazy in hindsight because we were all being dumb. What coach and what coordinator would hold a Hall of Fame quarterback back? That doesn't make any sense.
Right. Right. That's
This
bro.
entire time, like,
You've never heard of that.
we've never heard of it because nobody's that stupid. Everybody's job is on the line. If your best chance to win is to let Russell Wilson throw 50 times a game, bro. Like, Brian Flores. Besides Brian Flores, bro.
You're right, Tony. You're absolutely right. Flores,
it's not realistic. Like, Pete Carroll had, like, we forgot that Pete Carroll was the head coach of USC, where he had Matt Leinart, and Matt Leinart was slinging it, bro. He didn't force Matt Leinart to run the ball and do play action. And no, bro. Pete Carroll's a smart head coach. Pete Carroll is a Super Bowl champion. Pete Carroll is one of, I think, 2 coaches to win a college championship and an NFL championship, bro. The man knows football. If it was in his best interest to let Russell Wilson have the offense, he would have. He did everything in his power to keep it afloat, and we were bashing that man for years. At the beginning of the year, when we started this podcast, I said we've never seen a Hall of Fame quarterback in his prime get traded. The Seahawks know something we don't know.
Right.
They knew that Russell Wilson was terrible this entire time, bro.
and they rolled with Geno, bro. They rolled with
Geno Smith over Russell Wilson, bro. Like, we should have known. None of this should be surprising. None of it. When you really think about it, none of this should be surprising, bro. So
the only thing that's actually surprising, and I know this doesn't have anything to do, I know you're talking about Russ, but the one thing that is surprising is just how great of a coach Pete Carroll is, because Geno Smith has played his best football easily this season. Like, I don't even want to knock him. Like, he's been a top 10 quarterback easily.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm not gonna take anything away from him. Like, so then that, to your point, it just makes you like Russ. I think the thing about Russ that's getting everybody, especially Broncos Nation and his teammates and the organization, is that, first of all, Broncos fans, it might be too early to say this, but I'm pretty confident in saying this. Y'all lost that trade. Like, I'm pretty confident in saying that, like,
for sure,
because this nigga Russ, like, he's like that person who we thought like our dog, like, we trusted him and we realized they were just on some bullshit all along. Like, you're not real. Like, I thought I knew who you were, and I never knew who you were.
Absolutely, man. All right, man. So let's go ahead and wrap it up, man. Any last words before we go ahead and close shop, my boy?
Man, I'm excited for this weekend of football. I mean, we touched on a bunch of topics. You know, I'm going to be watching that Browns game on Red Zone. I can't wait for this game between the Dolphins and the Niners. Man, I eat football every week, and I love doing these shows with you, bro. I'm just ready for the next show, man.
Absolutely, bro. Listen, bro. I can't wait till we get back to actually doing a reaction show, bro, because that's our bread and butter, bro. So,
man, I know. You know, adulting is tough, man. Adulting is tough.
Adulting sucks, man. But again, man, first things first, we got to show love to the people that's rocking with us, man. Tony and everybody that was in the comments, everybody that was watching.
Ricky, I don't know if you're still on. Ricky probably sleep, man. Appreciate you, man.
Man, appreciate everybody, man. Without y'all, we are nothing, bro. We do this for y'all, bro. So we want to make sure that you guys are here every week. Again, adulting sucks. We want to get a more consistent schedule, bro, but adulting sucks. Until then, we just gonna be popping up, but we will be here mostly every Thursday, man. So thank you again, guys. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share the content, bro. Let's get these numbers up, bro. I want to be able to take over YouTube in our small little niche, man. So for Dolphin fans, for Cowboys fans, for football fans in general, man, this one's for you. Checking out. We'll see y'all next week, man. Deuces.